secret message to Mayweather during the fight. It has been almost a month since the infamous fight that took place on June 6th between Logan Paul and Floyd Mayweather. Everyone was waiting for this date for so long, and still, everyone is talking about it. Even though it was not unexpected that we would still be chatting about that, there's some things that have been revealed that you definitely want to hear. What do we mean? We're actually talking about Logan Paul's secret message to Mayweather during the fight. Let's see what's actually going on. In the beginning of June 2021, the internet has been swamped with coverage of the boxing match that pitted online personality, Logan Paul, against actual famed athlete Floyd Mayweather. While professional boxing matches typically have some sort of belt they are fighting over, exhibition matches offer up a different incentive. Sometimes there's an actual reason behind them, whether it be beef between the two parties or something to prove between them. And what was the case with this duo? Well, you might have already considered that in the case of Mayweather versus Paul, it was mostly about the paycheck. Logan Paul is no stranger to how much revenue he can generate through boxing. In his professional fight against KSI, he pocketed almost $1 million just for the fight itself, per the California State Athletic Commission. He also reportedly earned money from the PPV shares and subscriptions to TYSON, the service that aired the fight. Official numbers were never released on how many PPV buys there were for TYSON, but promoter Eddie Hearn said, "The first fight did 1.2 million pay-per-view buys globally. This was much bigger this time around." Reports indicated there were an additional 216,000 PPV buys in the UK on Sky Sports. That's essentially just a long-winded way of saying there's a lot of money to be made in this fight. Mayweather was pretty straightforward about why he accepted a fight with Paul when speaking on the Disruptive Entrepreneur podcast. "I can fight a fighter right now, and I can guarantee myself $35 million. Or me and Logan Paul, or a YouTuber, we can go out and entertain and have fun and make 9 figures. $100 million or more," Mayweather said. While the money is the main driving force here, Mayweather also told the podcast it's something fun he can do while in retirement. "Why not? Something different, something I don't mind doing. It's something that the people want to see," he added. While appearing on ESPN's First Take, Paul said he was approached with this offer and added, "It's not something you say no to." Much like Mayweather's response, Paul is all about bringing in the cash and entertaining the people. "As long as it can bring an audience, Jake and I want to be the biggest prize fighters on the planet. We want to fight people who will put on a big show, draw a large audience, and entertain a lot of people. That's what we want to do. This is a 3, 4, 5, 6, 7-year plan," Paul said. Paul has also said multiple times in press runs for this event that he has nothing to lose by doing this. "What happens if I win? The world's axis stands still. Time will stop. It's going to be the biggest upset in the history of combat sports," Paul said. "And what happens if I lose? Nothing. Life goes on." So what happened? After a non-stop hype, the Floyd Mayweather vs. Logan Paul fight is finally over and no winner was declared, since the bout was an exhibition. But Floyd was mostly in control, landing a few big shots with an increasingly tired Logan Paul doing his best work in clinch positions. Mayweather was clearly the better fighter, as was expected, but Paul utilized his huge height and weight advantage to lean on Mayweather and avoid taking more than 1 or 2 clean shots at a time from the former multi-division world champion. "I had fun. You gotta realize, I'm not 21 anymore, but it's good to move around with these guys," Mayweather said after the fight. Mayweather was highly cautious early, looking to figure out what Paul brought to the ring and also attempting to avoid taking any clean shots from the YouTube star. Paul entered the ring well over 30 pounds bigger and with a 6-inch reach advantage. After playing almost exclusively defense in the second round, Mayweather finally turned up the offense in the third, opening up with some clean left hooks that rocked Paul's head back and mixing in the occasional overhand right, despite Money starting to find space to land clean shots. Whenever Mayweather would seem to get his offense on track, Paul would clinch, smother, and lean, making Mayweather carry his weight. "He's better than I thought he was. As far as with the big guys, the heavyweights, it's going to be hard. But he's a tough, rough competitor," Mayweather said. Paul appeared to fatigue down the stretch, losing what snap he had on his punches to open the contest, and pouring sweat as he flicked out jabs that Mayweather was mostly able to easily avoid, while the boxing icon picked spots to land scoring blows. Despite what should have been a clear loss had judges been in attendance, Paul was elated after going the distance. "Shit, man, I don't want anyone to tell me anything is impossible ever again," Paul said. "The fact that I'm here with one of the greatest boxers of all time proves the odds can be beat." The fight drew boos from the crowd at times, with those in attendance wanting a definitive finish via knockout. But that level of action never came, and neither man appeared seriously hurt at any point in the clash. Paul seemed to share some of the questions the fans had with how seriously Mayweather was approaching the battle. "I mean, you never know with this guy. I'm going to go home thinking, did Floyd let me survive? It's an honor to grace the ring with him. This is the coolest thing ever, Paul said. Mayweather noted afterward that he is definitely not going to fight professionally again, and probably not going to have another exhibition. Your kids can't eat legacy. They can eat off the currency. I believe in building generational wealth. That's what's important to me, Mayweather said. This may be the last time we see him in the ring. Whether you like the exhibition or not, whether you agree with it or not, give this man his flowers today, Showtime Sports president Steven Espinoza said after the fight. What makes this whole story even more interesting is the video footage captured by Mayweather's videographer, AG Films. It was captured and shared as part of his Floyd Mayweather vs. Logan Paul Struggle Week Rewind video. Paul can clearly be seen and heard speaking to Mayweather earlier than the beginning of a spherical. In that clip, Paul tells his foe to take it simple. "Chill, champ, chill. It's simply an exhibition," mentioned Paul. Paul's in-ring feedback will seemingly be seized upon by conspiracy theorists, who see them as proof that Paul and Mayweather have been in cahoots, to ensure neither was embarrassed on the path to their huge paydays. These theorists have already been out in power, claiming that Paul was knocked out at one stage within the combat, after which he was carried by Mayweather till he regained consciousness. And Paul had actually many things to say about the controversy. "Yo, I'm seeing this narrative going around that there's one part of the fight where Floyd punched me and I kind of leaned on him a little bit, and it looks like I kind of went limp. And people are trying to spin it and say he knocked me out and caught me and kept me up to keep the fight going till the 8th round. Shut the fuck up. Just shut the fuck up. Stop trying to discredit what happened last night. Make no mistake, he got a few good punches in. There was a couple of photos, I got fucked up in a couple shots. I didn't know my face could make that shape. But never rocked, never blacked out, never obviously got knocked out. He never helped me up. He tried to take me out and he couldn't. It was great," Paul said. And given the success of Mayweather vs. Paul, don't anticipate the influencer to go away from the world of fight sports activities anytime quickly. What do you think about the famous fight between Logan Paul and Floyd Mayweather? Do you think the exhibition was worth trying? Let us know in the comments down below. Make sure you subscribe to our channel and turn on your post notifications so you never miss a video from us. If you like this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. See you in the next video. Thanks for watching.